Hi, Lucy Crandall here with the Seniors Blue Book, and I am here today with my new friend Sandy Golias, and she is owner of um, Mountain Music Therapy Services. And so, those of you that know me, you know how much I love music. So I'm super excited to kind of find out more. So I'm really just going to ask a very basic question, Sandy. But what is music therapy? What's a music therapist? What are we talking about here today?
Thank you so much, Lucy, for having me on. I really, really appreciate it. Music therapy is a fairly company that started in 1998 with the American Music Therapists Association. So, music therapists really are legit. We really are. We attend a 4-year college and we obtain our degree in music therapy. Then we have to go through a 6-month internship, which is basically like 1,200 clinical hours with
Oh,
a
wow.
supervisor. Then, not only that, we have to pass our board certification exam, which actually took me 2 times to pass. It was very difficult. But music therapy, I think we get the kind of the premonition that we are just coming in to entertain people. But we really do have a focus and we really do have a goal when we walk into a facility or we walk into a home to do an individual music therapy session. We are working on specific goals. A lot of people say, where do music therapists work? Where are you? We are of course, with the senior population with Alzheimer's and dementia. We're also in hospice care, which I did hospice care for a year. And that's how I absolutely fell in love with the senior population. Unfortunately, COVID shut that down for a year and a half, which was very detrimental, of course, to that population. But very excited that things are starting to open up again. We are also in hospital settings. We are in the NICU. There's a whole certification in music therapy that's specifically geared towards a NICU music therapist that works in that environment, helping the babies gain weight to go home. It's just been phenomenal. We also work with stroke and traumatic brain injuries to help them in their rehab. We are in correctional facilities, and really exciting this past year for Colorado Springs, the government gave a grant, a music therapy grant for Fort Carson. And so there is a music therapist there. I know her personally. She is working with the vets that have been over in war and have come back with PTSD, with the post-traumatic stress syndrome, which, it's just such a benefit to have music in there to help with that population as well. Another huge population we work with is special education. We've got music therapists in the schools working with the students that have IEPs. We're really just all over. And of course, as in my case, we're in private practice. So I decided to start my company in January. It's very new, but I have found that my desire and my passion is really to go to the senior living facilities and bring group music therapy situations and to bring a session like an hour long where I can walk in. I can have as many as 25 and I can have as few as 5 people. It really doesn't matter, because as soon as they hear the music, they just flock into the room and they want to participate and they want to sing. I have people that start dancing right away. It's just really remarkable what music, can do in that kind of situation.
So I have two questions for you now, but
Okay.
so what would a typical like group therapy session look like? I mean, you mentioned singing and dancing, but like, do you just go in and play records and that's the session, or is there more to it? And then what kind of benefits are you seeing from some of the patients that you're working with, around town in the senior facilities?
Okay, great questions. We walk in and I do live music. We have found in our research in music therapy, and it's evidence based, that using live music is the best way because, for obvious reasons, you can stop when you need to, you can slow a song down, you can speed it up, you can change the key, you can do whatever you need to do. So, live music is really the best way to go. I usually have my guitar, and if the facility has a piano, I use their piano, and I just use both of those instruments. The most requested genre of music for the senior population are the old country songs, like Hank Williams, you know, oh my goodness, just, Loretta Lynn, and you've got Patsy Cline, and they just love all of those old favorites. So I've really found that using the guitar and using the piano is great. So the things that I like to work on, the things that I, as a music therapist, am observing as I'm playing. I'm not just sitting there playing song after song after song after song after song. I'm using my brain to say, are they engaged? That's my first goal. Not only with singing, but are they conversing? Are they, participating in the conversation? Number two, memory care. I work so hard on, tailoring my sessions to cause them to reminisce about their life events and, just about the important things that have happened in their lives. If you, for instance, if you put a string of songs together, like a patriotic number, like America, God Bless America, When Johnny Comes Marching Home Again, you can really strike up a conversation. Oh, John, did you serve in the military? You did. Well, what branch were you in? And then that causes, everyone else to share. And then, of course, we thank them for their service. And I found that singing, America the Beautiful really elicits an emotional response to that song because it means so much to them. We work on motor skills. I bring in drums. I bring in egg shakers. We've got the toes tapping and the hands clapping and everybody's moving around. I think the fourth thing that I really concentrate on that's really important to me is, are my sessions contributing to an increased quality of life? Is that 1 hour session really going to make a difference in their day? Who knows? After I leave, maybe it's going to strike up conversations at dinner or even with the caregivers that come into their rooms. So those are like my goals as a music therapist. And I really try to make it a point to talk to the activities directors and the life enrichment, directors as well, saying, yeah, did you see Sally today? She was amazing. She was singing a solo. She was tapping her feet. She was engaged. And I think, like you said, you love music. I think music is the perfect way.
Oh, no. I'm hoping Sandy's coming back here in just a second to join us again. Oh, man. There she is.
You froze just for an instant. I don't know where you went.
Well, you froze too, so I'm not sure where it was, but we missed, okay. You said music is the perfect way.
Yes.
To.
That's what I ended with. I was like, music is the perfect way to engage the senior population, in my opinion. And I love it.
Nice. Okay. So if somebody's interested in finding out more or scheduling a group class in their facility or a one-on-one or anything like that, how do they get a hold of you? Where can they find you? All of that stuff.
So the best way to reach me right now is on my Facebook page. So if you are on Facebook and you type in Mountain Music Therapy Services, it'll take you right to my page. You can schedule an appointment. You can get my phone number's on there. You can call me. You can leave me a message. However you want to get a hold of me is great. But the Facebook page is really the best way to get a hold of me.
Perfect. And we'll put a link right here in our description as well. So
great.
Get in touch with Sandy and schedule a class or a session and just give her a call, get in touch and find out more and find out if your residents or your loved ones would benefit. So I'm sure that they would. So I think everybody should give you a call. So thanks so much for being with me today, Sandy.
Thank you, Lucy. I appreciate it.